Ooh. Hello there. If you're here from my Instagram or from my previous video, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Alisha and I'm super grateful you're here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to get back into theories, I guess, is going to be kind of the topic, maybe. Today we're going to be talking about the butterfly effect, otherwise known as the chaos theory. I'll be doing a makeup, I'll be telling you some stories, and it should be a good time. Yeah. If you ever want to see a still version of the final product, I do post everything on my Instagram. I will leave my handle right here if you want to go check that out. I'd love to see you over there after the video. So I've probably already posted the picture. Well, this video, while you're watching this video. So. Today will be a story time type video.
Story time.
Not my own though. Random strangers on the internet who have decided to share their stories on Reddit and different forums and stuff that I've been looking at. I picked a couple of ones that are a little more on the spooky side or like very close calls, and one decision is just like changes your life. So the butterfly effect is defined as the following. In chaos theory, the butterfly effect is a sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which a small change in one state of a deterministic, nonlinear system can result in larger differences in a later state. So basically, some decisions you make are just a big snowball effect and end up affecting something very huge in your life later on down the line. Whether it's years, minutes, months, weeks, what have you, right? But yeah, that's basically layman's terms. That's basically it. This video actually lands at a perfect time because the series that I'm putting out next for a game is like a butterfly effect game. Yeah. There's a phrase that's been coined, often is used to explain the butterfly effect. It's a butterfly flaps its wings and causes a typhoon. Now, that's a bit extreme, but there is definitely some crazy stories out there where a split-second decision has saved people's lives or dramatically changed the outcome of a situation. And yeah, I have a couple of examples of those today, so I will jump right into it. Ready? We're gonna start with a story from M. Rex. It's called Don't Forget the Salad. When my grandmother was a kid, she and her family would take a ferry to this beach house island off the coast of Long Island. Well, one year as they were about to get on the ferry, they realized that they had forgotten a bowl of potato salad. They were going to bring it on a picnic once they got to the island. So they went back to get it and they had to take the next ferry. Well, turns out the ferry they missed had sunk, and everyone on board had passed. That potato salad saved my grandmother's life, and thus mine. And then they end it with, thanks, potato salad. That was cute. Dun, dun, dun. That's wild, that one potato salad like saved 3 generations, basically. Crazy. So this is what I'd look like without eyebrows. Talk about spooky. Story number 2. It's by an unknown user, and it's called Interview Postponed. On Monday, September 10th, 2001, my father received a phone call to let him know that his interview for the following day had been postponed until Thursday. This is because his employer had double booked himself that day. Because of this, my father was not in the World Trade Center when it went down. That's wild. That one's wild. I can't even imagine just knowing that because someone like overbooked themselves, like that's the only reason like someone so dear to you is alive. Like, story number 3. This one's called An Unfinished Beer. I've heard spooky stories like this one before, where making a tiny decision, like the one to stay back and finish your beer, actually ends up saving your life. Oh, It's by Mike Van Kempen. We're just gonna call him Mike. Mike was on vacation with his wife in Hawaii, and they were out for dinner one night. They were about to leave, but he saw that his wife hadn't finished her beer. He told her to finish it because it was really expensive. That frugalness may have saved their lives. She took the extra 30 seconds to gulp down the rest of the beer, and then they walked the few blocks back to the hotel. While they walked, a car flew down the street about 50 feet in front of them, hopped the sidewalk, and smashed into the wall. If his wife hadn't paused to chug the last of her beer, they might have been hit by that car. "We always finish our beer now," he wrote. Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap. Okay, our next story is called Tragic Bus Accident. This is from Imaginary Doll. So this person's cousin usually took the 5:10 p.m. bus home after work. One day, she had to pee really badly. So she decided to go to the bathroom and catch the next bus. That day, the 5:10 p.m. bus fell off a cliff. She wasn't on it because she had to empty her bladder. Wild. I think that bus was actually here in like Canmore or Jasper, if I'm not mistaken, or something similar anyway. I bet it happens more frequently than that, but yeah, very wild. You could say that peeing saves lives. Alright, I'm gonna finish up this wing, and then I have one more story that's actually fairly heartwarming, and I think you'll like it. So, here we go. Okay, so for our last story, it's by someone that goes by Guakwa, this name, on Reddit, or a Reddit user's name. That's, yeah, you get it. Anyway, a close friend smoked 2 packs a day. Every day he'd walk to the 7-Eleven, buy a couple packs, and walk home. He wouldn't buy cartons for some reason, liked to change his brand occasionally, I guess. Anyway, his apartment was right across the street from the 7-Eleven, and he would always take the same route. Smoke a cigarette on the way over, hang out outside the 7-Eleven to finish it, throw it in the garbage, then walk in, buy 2 packs, and smoke one on the way home. The guys at the 7-Eleven knew him by name, loved the guy. He was always friendly, and they knew his schedule. Home from work around 7, come over, grab a couple packs, sometimes grab a 6-pack of beer. So eventually he decided to quit smoking. Has a tough time of it. Tells the guys at 7-Eleven he wants to stop smoking, and they tell him good luck and encourage him. They encourage him so much that they refuse to sell him cigarettes when he has a moment of weakness. He freaks out and heads back across the street in anger. Without waiting for the light, gets clipped by a motorcycle speeding through the intersection. Motorcycle crashes, rider is tossed, ambulance come, both head straight to the hospital. Turns out the motorcycle is ridden by a guy who runs his own construction business. Feels pretty bad about it. Talks to my friend about his business. My friend hangs drywall but doesn't like his boss. Eventually the rider hires my friend at a higher salary, and my friend has a good job for a bit. 2 years later, my friend is doing very well, promoted numerous times, now has a team of guys working for him. Gets a phone call. Boss was in a motorcycle accident, and he was in the hospital. Friend rushes there directly, and his boss ends up being paralyzed. Has some brain damage from a concussion that slurs and slows his speech. Within a few weeks, boss has my friend running the business for him. My friend is doing great. Business is doing great. Boss decides to sell the business to my friend, and he decides to take it over and buy it. My friend now owns a construction business and has grown it a lot. A few years later, my friend gets an offer to sell the company to a larger company, and he takes the deal. My friend is 42 years old, retired, worth over $10 million now, all because he quit smoking. Well, he also worked his butt off when the opportunity arose, but still, if he hadn't decided to quit, who knows? Someone commented and said, I should get hit by more cars. Same, dude, same. So that's a nice little heartwarming story from the one perspective anyway, not really from the boss's perspective, but can't win them all, I guess. But yeah. So those are some pretty crazy examples of the butterfly effect that I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed yourself because I had a lot of fun painting and reading the stories. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. If you ever want to see a still version of the final product, I do post everything on my Instagram. I will leave my handle right here if you want to go check that out. I'd love to see you over there. Yeah, but I think that's it for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have an excellent rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever this makes it across your timeline. But yeah, stay happy, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks!